And welcome back to the Don't Make This Weird podcast. I'm your host, Joey Strange. As always, with me today, Tony and Heather. Our guests today, welcome back, Hannah Boyl from Abs So Fruitly. Did I get it right?
Hannah.
You did get it right.
You said it right this time.
Nice.
I think I've said it right every time.
No,
I don't know about that.
I'm not Heather.
no.
All right, so I cannot pronounce things. I try though. I get an A for effort.
Apothecary.
E for effort.
Apothecary.
Apothecary. Because you guys set me up to just fail.
Here's a good one.
Guys.
Apocalyptica.
Apocalyptica.
Oh my
shit.
God. How did
She
she
got
get
it.
that one
Ha.
right?
I don't know.
In your face.
Well,
So yeah,
welcome back, Hannah.
Thank you very much.
we are glad to see you, and I know our listeners are also glad to have you back.
Yeah,
They're
leave
glad
blowing
to not see you.
To actually CC you. But- So hopefully, if they have questions tonight, they will put them in the chat, and we
You
can.
know they will.
Hopefully I can answer them.
Yeah, I have faith in you. So how's your guys' week been?
busy.
Same here.
Insanely busy.
It was good. Then I showed up here today.
And you've seen me, so it was better.
And you worked with Dr. E all day.
Doc-
I did.
Dr.
I worked
E.
with Dr. E, so I'm a little bit grumpy today
Why do you say that?
because we just have that effect on each other.
Oh, so he's probably gone home angry. Also,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's not the walk of shame if you strut.
We wrote a song today. It's codenamed Capo 5, possibly 4, Key of C, Ian's a cunt. That is what it's saved as in my phone.
I
recording.
I don't
I-
remember finding that key when I was going through music theory.
I
honestly
actually
don't.
I actually heard this conversation and I just kind of held it back. But yeah. So anything exciting this week that you guys have had?
Mitch Gill's Get a Room Comedy Club.
That was awesome.
It was packed and it was very
It was
awesome.
packed. I had a drink spilled on me, which is great.
In the
Mind you,
very
he
beginning.
didn't insult her.
Nope. You're supposed to
So
do
was
that
it
first.
spilled on him or thrown?
No, here's the thing. It got spilled on me, and it was our friend Lydia. And I said, normally I offend a lady before she throws a drink on me.
Yeah.
I owe you one insult. That's how it works.
And who was your date?
My date was
Brown
the
Bear.
lovely brown bear, Harley Torres.
Yep.
Love that guy.
It was a good time. And I won tickets for the next show.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And it was nice because he gave us a shout out.
And got a picture with us.
Yep. So, which still needs to be posted on the page. Guess you
That's-
dropped the ball.
That's a Hannah or a Heather
That's a
job.
Hannah.
Excuse me?
We're bringing Hannah on for this.
That's a Heather job.
Apparently, everybody's being thrown under the bus tonight. Welcome to the show, Hannah.
Apparently, we're just gonna throw you under there too.
Speaking of people not doing their job, my beer is empty, Aaron.
That's what
Make
he is
that
here
a
for.
double there.
Well, thank you.
Dos cervezas, por favor.
Hey, Dos cervezas.
So it sounds like, is it Thursdays that you guys just drink, or do you have other days going on?
I drink every day possible.
I'm a trained professional.
Okay, well, cheers to that, I guess.
I'm
Oh.
a firm believer in the beer diet. I still think that it could work.
They're not letting this go, Hannah.
You
Since the
forgot
last
to
time you
add
were
the
on,
broccoli sprouts.
yeah, him and
Yeah.
Keith will not let it go. They think
No.
it's the funniest thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're actually doing the science behind a
Oh.
30
Yeah.
rack. and
I just
broccoli
keep forgetting the broccoli sprouts. part.
One
The
too
one
many.
part that I told you might help.
The most, yeah. Yeah, of course. So I have a couple things to go over with some of our you're stepping on the cord there. With some of our sponsors that we have coming up for Strange Friends Media.
That's how you do it.
Somehow I am getting
You stepped on
crackly.
the cord.
So anyway,
Fix
the
cord, intern.
is that what's I'm not even being heard right now.
That was your mic cord, not your, or not. That was your headset cord.
Yeah.
You're fine.
You can still hear me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
So anyway, I was going to talk about the sponsors. Are we good? Yeah, I can hear it. We're good.
Yeah, that's good.
So the sponsors for Strange Friends Media, what is the show that we have coming up?
Super Laser Overdrive Volume 1.
Yes, it's
That
going
is
to be.
Super Laser Overdrive Volume 1. It is an 80s themed party. And it's
Mhm.
going to be awesome.
And it's going to be at Fisher Hall.
I'm going to be drunk as fuck.
Is it BYOB again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring you and 200 of your closest friends, right?
Yeah. And
Yep.
bring a beer for Joey.
That's right.
Yeah, bring a beer for Joey.
Bring a beer for Joe, you get $1 off your ticket.
Oh wow. Actually,
Is that
are
official?
you sure?
Is that going on the marketing part of it?
Fuck, I'm down for it.
So-
I'm okay with this.
So there's going to be a costume contest, of course, because if you don't dress up for an 80s party,
Yeah.
you lose.
I will be DJing under the alias DJ Sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Who did you approve this with?
Myself.
Oh, okay,
Well,
of course.
Who do I gotta approve this with?
I don't-
Sexual.
it's an
Tyrannosaurus.
all-age
Yeah.
show, so I kind of feel like you should tame it down there a little. But you know,
That's
that's
fine.
you.
The
So,
80s, everything was about sex and cocaine anyway.
so we're gonna be also doing.
Quaaludes.
Quite
I thought that was earlier than that, but we're also going to be having some of the proceeds go to the Relay for Life. The Cancer Society Team Iron Man has jumped on board to help us with this.
Team Iron Man in the house.
And some of our sponsors that we have are Rebel Pictures in Lansing, Ruby's Paradise in Lansing on Michigan Avenue, Put a Smile in It Photography is in Jackson on Lansing Street, and Potter's I can't even
Apothecary.
Apothecary. And they travel around at different run fests, especially the Mid Michigan Renaissance Festival in Vassar and other places. So
True
those
that.
are our sponsors that we have currently.
You do realize we met
We
them
forgot.
last year, right?
We
Yeah,
forgot
I
the
do.
most. We forgot the most important sponsor, Uncle Paul.
Uncle Paul.
Uncle Paul also is
Shout out to Uncle Paul.
one of our big sponsors, and Sweet Tooth Bakery is also jumping on with that. So
Nice.
we are being sponsored for that show.
This part of the podcast brought to you by Shameless Promotion.
It's not shameless. They're not promoting
Speaking of
themselves.
shameless promotion, Hannah, you got anything going on?
Do you want to plug anything? I mean,
Might as
I
well.
mean,
we just whore ourselves out here. This is what we do all day.
I mean, I guess I will talk about a program that I'm running. It's starting on March 4th. So, at the beginning of the year, I kind of ran a 4-week Facebook group, and it was the whole idea behind it was setting New Year's resolutions, but kind of upscaling that to the next level. And the title of the program is a new life solution. So when I ran it in January, the whole idea was to take your New Year's resolution and turn them into like a lifestyle change. So I worked with a small group of women, and it worked out really well. It was 4 weeks, so I'll kind of explain like what everything is, just so you guys have an idea. 4 weeks. The first week that we're together, it's a one-on-one phone conversation with me. Sit down, set goals specific for you. So while this is a Facebook group, it's completely individualized. So you're going to get individual goals, individual challenges each week for yourself, but we're going to use the group to just kind of use accountability, make sure we're staying on track, and so other people know what you're doing. A lot of times it's, oh, I'm going to set this goal for myself, but nobody else knows about it. So if I don't meet it, or if I don't do anything about it, nobody's going to know that either.
right.
So it's kind of harder to stick to. So first week, we sit down and figure out, okay, what is your goal? Where can we start? The second week, we go into food logs. So for a couple days out of the week, you keep track of what you're eating. You send them in to me, and I kind of tell you, okay, well, on this day you had this, maybe we can switch it up to this. It's not a huge like overhaul. And that's the biggest thing. Like the things that I like to do are simple little steps to lead you to a healthier life. I'm not going to take your food log and be like, oh, well, this sucks. So here's what you need to eat. But no, it's you got to make small changes to make sure they stick. And that's the whole idea behind it. I want to make sure that it's going to stick. The third week, we focus on physical activity. And my whole idea with physical activity is you should have no excuses. For example, I'm going to use myself. I am a full-time graduate student, and just a lot of things going on, but I still make time to work out 7 days a week. And to do that, I just have to work it into my schedule and figure it out. So I'm all about no excuses physical activity, because it's really important, not only for, just total well-being, but it helps you sleep better, helps you burn more fat, helps you throughout the day. There's just so many health benefits to it. So that's something that I really want to focus on. And to do that, I'm going to offer, I'm going to send you a workout to do at home. I'm going to send you a possible workout to do at the gym. Both of those, I send you videos so you know exactly what to do. You can scale it however you need to. It takes a half an hour to 45 minutes. You can do only half of it, so it only takes you like 20 minutes. It's very feasible. And then, like I did last time, I've been partnering with Mission One Fitness and Performance in Caro. And when you do the program, the fitness portion of it, if you decide to attend a class and you like it, your first month is $10 off, or $10 or $15 off. I can't remember what we decided, but anyways, you get a little bit of discount on your first month for joining and mentioning that you were with me. So that's that one. And then at the end, we put it all together. You do keep track of your food, keep track of your water intake, and then take a picture of a healthy meal every day. Let me know when you work out, and then whoever has the most points at the end of the week wins a $10 Amazon gift card.
Nice.
So, how would somebody contact you about?
You can find me on my Facebook page. I think through your guys' Facebook page, you kind of have my stuff linked up on there as well. But I'm on Facebook, Absofruitly, ABSSOFRUITLY. You can find me on Instagram, same thing. Or you can just go to my website, which is www.absssofruitly.com. What you have to do is just contact me. I also have a sign up on my Facebook page and everything else. I'll share that with Heather so that she can throw the sign up on your guys' page as well. But you just go on, sign up, fill out the form, and then I get an email saying that you're interested, and then I'll contact you from there.
Right on.
Nice. Thanks.
And for the new listeners, can you tell them a little bit about other stuff that you do, or
Yeah. So I have a bachelor's degree in exercise science, and I'm working on a master's degree in dietetics, and I have a certification for nutrition and wellness consulting. So I have I'm pretty passionate about like the whole health and wellness, and just educating the general population, just to make everybody a little bit healthier, because it's amazing all of the things that we don't necessarily know about nutrition, that just making those small little changes, we can.
What's actually on your nutrition label?
Yeah, exactly. The nutrition labels was the first thing that popped into my head.
See, I remember the class that I took. I paid attention.
A lot of people don't know that, though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's surprising.
Nutrition labels, ingredients, what all of it means, what a carb is, what protein is, what fats are, all of that kind of stuff. It's really, really, it gets intense.
Well, it was great because I always go back to when people are asking about nutrition labels and whatnot. I go to the reduced salt, and he pointed it out. You're like, okay, so this is reduced salt, right? All right. Here's what you're supposed to have for salt a day. This is 1/3, or what was it?
In one portion of your meal.
Right.
It just says that I shouldn't drink it while I'm pregnant or operate a vehicle. So I think
alcohol isn't required to have.
Are you pregnant, Joey, or?
Not that I know of.
It's funny. Over a certain level of alcohol, you're not required to have a nutrition label, which I kind of think is BS, but whatever.
Is that based off the proof?
Well, because I mean, alcohol itself has calories. Like, so you have your carbs, your proteins, your fats, which you get energy from. Yeah, but alcohol has 7 calories per gram.
What's weird about that too is like you might as well just throw a nutrition label on there, because it's not going to stop people from drinking alcohol. Like, who's just going to be like, oh man,
it's like putting skull and crossbones on a pack of cigarettes. They're bad for you. No, I thought they had vitamin C in it and stuff.
How many people actually have gone through McDonald's now that they have the calories and even still pay attention to that? They still probably buy everything they were originally buying anyway.
So here's the thing that I just saw. McDonald's is actually creating new, they're revamping their kids' Happy Meals. And what I thought was really funny was, just for a kind of retro, just to put this big picture. So the average American diet, when you look at nutrition labels, the percentages they come up with, they did come up with about a 2,000 calorie diet, which for most people, that's about average. I mean, I guess that's about average. 2,000 calories, that's what people go by. If you ate 2,000 calories, you're probably good to go. Kids obviously are going to need probably less than that. I would say 1,500-ish max, depending on how old the kids are. You never know. But still, think about this: 2,000 calories max for an adult. Okay. Then you have this new thing where McDonald's says, "Oh, our Happy Meals are going to be limited to 600 calories per meal." Okay. 2,000 calories is like average for an adult. One meal for a kid is being limited to 600. So that's still like almost half. So what was it before they limited the calories?
Yeah, I actually just gave up fast food.
Good.
Fast
Like
food
5 hours ago?
like a couple days ago.
You can't do that when I'm taking a drink. I almost just like got my microphone.
Fuck you guys. You guys are assholes.
Oh, it's good. It's good
Yep.
when you can give up certain things like that
Give
and
up-
stick to it.
Gave up pop too.
I did
But
Well,
that.
post
not
that
beer because I don't want to kill myself.
that post that I tagged you in, the meat and the beans, and I loved how you come back because you were like, well, here's the question that they're not pointing out, and I'm like, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that are like, yeah, you don't need meat. You can just eat beans. And
Which
it's the same
you
thing.
can, but it's hard
Yeah.
as hell to do because if you don't take the time to actually figure out and actually plan, you're not getting all of the right types of protein. So just to kind of reiterate on that, so meat is what we call a complete protein. Protein is made up of 20 different amino acids. Meat is a complete profile. Plant proteins, other than a couple of them, are not complete profiles. Your body needs all those amino acids. So if you're having plant foods, you need to have a whole bunch of variety of plant foods to get that complete profile, where if you ate meat, it's just all in there.
And that's lean meat, right?
Yeah. I mean, all meat has that complete profile, but I prefer lean meat, whether you're on a low fat or a high fat, whatever you subscribe to as far as fat content in your diet. Low fat meat is best. And if you're on subscribing to a higher fat diet, you cook your fat or you cook your meat in a fat or an oil. Because when you have animal foods, the toxins are stored in the fat. So if you have, especially for people like that, if I had all the money in the world, I would go buy grass-fed, pastured, whatever the best meat I could buy. But that's not the case.
Right.
So instead of doing that, I have to go buy just whatever meat I can, but I just buy the leanest meat that I can afford.
Like 93.7 or
Well, yeah. I mean, it's tough because I mean, like half the time you find that, I mean, beef, you're still paying like $5 a pound for the decent stuff. But no, if you have like a lot of our meat is raised with antibiotics, hormones, and all that kind of junk, and if you're forced to buy that meat just because of financial reasons, you go with the leaner stuff because the toxins and all of that other antibiotics, hormones, and everything else is held in the fat.
Right.
So even though you're not eating the fat and it cooks off, you're cooking your meat in the toxins. So lean meat is better, even if you're on a higher fat diet. Throw the fat in as like an avocado oil or something.
I was gonna say with like avocado oil or extra virgin olive oil or something like that.
The best oils. The oils is another thing that recently I've kind of been big on. So when you're cooking foods, you need to use oils with a high smoke point. So what that means is that if you throw in olive oil, sometimes if you get it to such a high temperature, you'll notice that it smokes a lot.
Right.
That's actually the oil going rancid. And that's when free radicals are produced. Right. And long story short, free radicals cause cancer in your body.
Of course.
So olive oils are actually best to use for cold dishes and salads. And then you want to use your higher smoke point oils like coconut oil and avocado oil, which can go 400 to 500 degrees for smoke point for hot things.
Wow. Even though like coconut oil melts at room temperature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the actual smoke point is different.
Wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
I'm kind of curious how healthy that hot sauce I made was.
I imagine very healthy. It was like a hot sauce smoothie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's all, there's like, I think I only used like maybe a teaspoon of salt in it. And
well, toss the recipe over to her. She can kind of break it down.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I can probably send it to her.
Oh God.
No, actually, it was really, really good.
It was grilled pineapple and jalapeno hot sauce.
Oh, that does sound good.
It was amazing.
It's pretty damn good.
And then he did a blueberry Anaheim pepper.
What else?
That was it. It's blueberry Anaheim pepper.
That was just it was
They
really,
were both really good.
yeah.
So
we're adding that to the list of all the things that Strange Friends does.
I'll pull it up. I think I have it saved still.
I have a question for you. So, with being on the weight loss journey and whatnot, and cutting back on things, like how do you curb becoming so angry with not being able to eat whatever or do whatever? Is there anything recommended? I'm probably yoga and meditation, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm actually mindfulness practices is something that I've gotten into a lot lately, and I absolutely love it. One of the classes that I'm taking this semester is called Integrative Medicine, and we have to actually pick some type of complementary medicine technique, whether it be massage therapy or meditation or taking a certain supplement or something. And so mine has been meditation for sleep. Because of my such crazy schedule, like, and me waking up at 4:00 every morning, I have to get quality sleep.
That's generally what time I'm going to bed.
Not even kidding.
So yeah, I mean, just using it's kind of like a project, and I've got to write a paper on it afterwards. But like, I've started recommending it to people, like for sleep and everything like that. And then even when I do it during the day, like I said, I do it more at night right now just because it's part of a project that I'm doing.
Right.
But yeah, doing it during the day, like I've actually had people like comment to me afterwards, like, "Oh, like why are you in such a good mood?" Like, well, I just meditated and I don't know what it did, but it feels pretty good.
I do the meditation from time to time.
I'd rather have that than the Xanax meditation.
Yeah.
I use
hate
guitar.
pills.
I use a little shrubbery and then
You get elevated.
Get
Is that
some
what you're saying?
meditation in.
I do
But
not.
also, Heather, so how long have you been kind of adamant?
I'm on day 3.
Okay,
And
that's
I'm
fine.
so grumpy.
I would give it at least a couple weeks, because what's going to happen is your gut microbiome is going to change.
Yeah, she's been a real
Whatever. You haven't even been here for it.
Straight up just psychotic.
So as crazy as it sounds, your gut and your brain are connected, and actually it's directly connected by your vagus nerve. And the way that the change.
Sorry, I just pictured like my nerves like at the craps table or whatever. Sorry. Anyway.
Fucking nerd.
Anyhow.
So what happens in Vegas? Is that what you
So yeah, your microbiome, the bacteria you've got going on in your gut, is actually going to affect how you feel in your brain and your neurotransmitters and all that kind of stuff. So when you stop feeding your gut the kind of stuff that it's used to, it's going to freak out until it gets settled. And not that freak out is bad, because a lot of it's going to be like, oh, you're not feeding me the junk and the sugar that I'm used to. I'm getting pissed off. But then eventually those are going to kind of go away, and the good bacteria are going to come in, and you're going to feel a million times better than you've ever felt.
That is a relief to hear.
Yeah, it's not
It's
forever.
not fun. Like, I don't feel like myself and I'm hating it.
No, it's not forever, and it's going to be worth it in the end, I promise.
It's gonna be forever.
You said that's a 2-week window?
I would at least 2 weeks.
Okay.
At
Maybe
least
I
2
should
weeks.
stay home and lock myself away.
I agree.
All right. Yeah, we're not hanging out here for at least another week and a half.
It's not been that horrible. I mean, straight talk, customer
What?
service is probably not happy. That didn't go very well.
So I got this recipe. All right, so it's 1.5 cups of finely chopped pineapple, grilled, and then you chop it up.
Okay.
1 small white onion, finely chopped. 2 jalapeno peppers, finely chopped. It's all finely chopped. Just assume it's finely chopped.
Okay.
2 cloves of garlic. 1 medium tomato. 2 tablespoons of cilantro. Juice from a lime. 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, and then salt and pepper to taste. But I only put like a teaspoon.
How many servings is that?
Let me see if
They came in little squeeze bottles like this,
Your condiment bottles.
like the plastic ketchup bottles.
Does not say.
I mean, So I guess so it made about like this much though.
Yeah.
It's barely any calories. Like the only thing that you're really getting calories from, there's a little bit in the onion, which those are kind of like meh. There's fiber and stuff in there. The tomato and the pineapple. The pineapple does have quite a bit of sugar in it. The tomato isn't something to worry about. But yeah, that's not bad at all.
But they're all natural sugars, right? So
Does not matter.
doesn't matter. Okay, well,
Sugar is
I tried.
sugar.
I fucking tried.
Which I mean, that's the thing is like if you're gonna get sugar, you might as well get it from fruit because fruit also has fiber and it has vitamins and it has minerals in it. If you eat a piece of candy, you're just getting literally
Piece of
hard
candy.
sugar.
No, the other sauce I did, I have no idea what the measurements were for that because I was just winging it the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
With the blueberries
Blueberries
and the
and
Anaheim.
Anna peppers.
yeah, I used like an entire, like those little boxes of blueberries.
Like a
I used like
pint.
I used
corns.
like a whole thing of it. So.
It was good though. Very good.
Berries are low in
And fiber's good too from
fiber
them.
is good. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, as long as you're like chopping them and blending them rather than juicing them,
Yeah.
juicing you lose all the fiber and it's pointless.
The only thing that's juiced is the lime.
Which that doesn't matter.
Yeah, so
I'm going to take a minute to go to the chat. Jeff says, we are sounding great. Lisa says, hey, everyone, sounding great. Jazz hands, missing being there. I also want to, while we are talking about Lisa, she's really joined us in our team with Strange Friends Media, and she's been kicking butt. So we
Shout out to
appreciate
Lisa.
that. And
Jazz
everybody
hands.
else who is on our team.
Yeah.
I don't really care for any of you, to be honest. But
Well, it's all the intern's fault because he didn't get you a beer on time.
Well, then we appreciate Aaron's hard work too with getting you your beers.
I don't know about all
Right.
of that.
hard work in quotations.
Hey, but when he's working the shows, he's doing good. And Adam has no idea what he's in for.
I have something.
You're no longer the rookie.
I have something that I want to talk about.
Okay,
Because
what you got?
Hannah's here and I can talk about MMA stuff.
Oh, yes, you can.
So you listen to Joe Rogan's podcast from
Mhm.
time to time, I assume, because I'm pretty sure you said that, but
Yeah, for
I might
sure.
just
Don't
I
you
might just
remember-
be remembering that.
Don't
but-
you remember the Step Brothers moment?
Oh yeah. But Joe Rogan entertained the idea of Floyd Mayweather fighting CM Punk.
Oh, I
and
heard that.
What do you think about that?
That would be the only fight Floyd Mayweather should take in the octagon, to be honest.
Right. Because he would die if he fought Conor McGregor or really anybody else.
Oh, yeah, it would be a joke.
I think he might die fighting CM Punk.
I heard about that. Adam and you were talking about that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, pretend I know nothing. Who's CM Punk?
CM Punk was a wrestler in the WWE, and he decided to leave the WWE, and he wanted to fight in the UFC
Got his ass handed to him. It was a joke.
by Mickey Gall. But props to him for doing it.
Yeah.
And he did work really hard, and he's still
Yes.
working. He's still, as far to
it's
my
just
knowledge,
not at that level,
Yeah.
and I think it was very much the
Right.
UFC looking for a celebrity matchup, looking
Yeah.
for money. It wasn't a good matchup.
he absolutely shouldn't have fought Mickey Gall.
No.
They should have given him somebody that was more on his level.
Yeah.
So what did
It should have been like
him or what?
it should have been he starts on like a fight pass prelims and maybe
Yeah.
works up to a fight night, not on a pay-per-view card.
Right. I think that he's got the work ethic. I think that he could be a decent fighter. You know,
He's pretty old, isn't
but age is a factor. But
Define
Yeah.
old. 'Cause-
Floyd Mayweather's pretty old.
he? Yeah, but he's also like at the end of his career.
I think old's like 42.
I tell you what, you put him in the ring
I'm
with
just kidding.
Wow, really?
you put him in the octagon with Conor McGregor, then his career will be over
Yeah.
for sure.
So I got a couple more questions from the chat. First off, Adam says CM Punk is garbage.
He's a decent guy.
He's got his opinions, and I laugh when he starts going back and forth with you guys because he's like, nah, yuck, no. And I'm just like, that's your opinion. Like, I like CM Punk.
That's like your opinion, man.
But but it's funny though because he stands by
Right.
his
Well, I mean,
opinions.
like I'm a wrestling fan. Like
Mhm.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's like dumb drama, you know.
Yeah.
It can
it's
be
the banned
entertaining,
version of soap operas, right?
pretty much.
And going back up
But-
further when you said that you can't stand us guys, Lisa said, "Shut up, Joey. Get fucked, nerd."
That's my line. I don't appreciate you using it.
And then
What'd
I'm
you say it was
supposed
12 cents to use that line?
12 cents.
Or free beer?
I don't know. I
Hmm.
don't know what you're talking about.
And then another question for Hannah. Can you ask about foods that are slow processing carbs for somebody he's type 1 diabetic?
Okay. So when you're when you are counting carbs, I'm sure you have to do so with your insulin and everything like that. When you're counting carbs, essentially a carb is a carb. All of it is going to turn into blood sugar in the body. The difference between complex carbohydrates, which are the ones that are used more slowly in your body, and simple carbohydrates is just that. So simple carbs are already close to that sugar. They're close to what we call glucose. They can be, they don't take a lot of breakdown, so they can go straight into your bloodstream. The complex carbs, they have fiber attached to them. They have longer chains. It takes longer for them to break down. It takes longer for them to digest. They're going to last a little bit longer. So if what's going to happen is if you eat sugar, you're going to have like something like honey, or if you have straight sugar or something like a sweet, you're going to have something that spikes your blood sugar really high and then drops it down really low really quickly. If you have a complex carbohydrate like oatmeal or whole wheat bread or something of that nature, you're going to have something that sustains your blood sugar. It's going to pick it up, but it's going to sustain that over a period of time. So I'm not sure if that answered your question, but essentially you want a mixture of the two, because like fruits are going to be a more simple sugar, but they also have a little bit of fiber with them. And then like grains and stuff like that too is something that you want to include for the long lasting carbs. For diabetics, vegetables, we normally call them a freebie, but yeah, vegetables are going to be a good source of that fiber too. So combining. Also, when you eat a meal, if you're having a simple sugar like fruit, it's going to be good to combine that with maybe a more complex sugar or a protein so that it's digested slower. So maybe you use that over a longer period of time.
Our intern's over here shaking his head going, yup.
It's like, there's that. Yep, he knows all about it. We had him and my boyfriend on, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
For them to talk about being
that was a
diabetic.
boring episode.
I don't know, last week was pretty great. We had the Derby girls on.
That was a good one.
That was pretty cool. We're going to get Joey in some quads and have him go get beat up with a GoPro on his helmet.
Yeah, I asked him afterward if he was going to do that, and he said not a chance.
That was on the podcast after they left. You're like, so you're really going to do it? I'm like, not a fucking chance.
Also, he was asking, he said thank you. And are there any other like freebies? Like he was told that eggs are and meat.
Okay, so it depends on how you. If you're talking freebies as far as carb counting, yes. Okay. So meats and fats are going to be quote unquote freebies. Anything that is under 20 calories or under 5 grams of carbs is a freebie. That being said, so barbecue sauce, if you use like however many, I think it's 1 or 2 tablespoons, I would have to look at a nutrition label. But barbecue sauce in a small amount is a freebie. If you use 3 times that amount, then you're up to your 15 grams of carb, which is considered one choice, and then you have to count it. So
found a nutrition label for you.
Well, and that's not barbecue sauce.
No,
I mean, I guess
my premier protein shake.
So that's your proteins, your fats, your veggies.
Hey, go grab the barbecue sauce out of the refrigerator.
You're gonna make him go up.
Water, coffee, tea. Diet pop is a freebie, but I don't recommend pop of any kind. But yeah, essentially anything. If you look at a food label, anything that has, you want to look at total carbohydrates. You don't want to look at just sugar, because carbohydrates, any carbohydrates get turned into sugar. So look at your total carbohydrates and look at your serving size. 15 grams is one choice. You want to kind of, for females, I would say around 3 choices per meal. Men, I would say around 4 to 5 choices per meal, depending on how many meals you eat. All right, let's look.
He actually did bring the barbecue sauce.
He actually did bring the barbecue sauce.
All right, awesome. So hickory and brown sugar barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's. 2 tablespoons. Holy cow. 2 tablespoons is 18 grams of carbs. So that is one choice.
Just for a condiment.
Just for a condiment.
Oops.
So if you had, 2 tablespoons, if you had a half that, if you had like 2 teaspoons of barbecue sauce, would be free. But
what's the point?
Yeah. At that point, just give it up. Just don't, just forget it.
Any other nutrition label you want? He's on a roll.
Hey, Aaron, I dare you to drink that entire bottle of barbecue sauce.
Yeah, don't be.
Yeah. No kidding.
Remember, you
the
called
first ingredient on there is high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, last week he called. What did you call him?
Called him sugar free.
Sugar free.
Captain Sugar Free.
Yeah, he was talking shit. So.
Oh, he's asking what the fiber breakdown is as well, and some doctors said cutting half is soluble.
Okay, fiber. If you really want to get technical about it, you can. So fiber is something that is not going to be digestible by the body. It's a long story. Anyways.
About yay long.
yeah, exactly. About as long as your intestines and
wherever that ends.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we all know.
So fiber is going to be something that you can subtract from your total carbohydrates. So on your food label, you have total carbohydrates. Under that, you have dietary fiber and you have sugar. So as I mentioned, forget about the sugar part. You want to look at the total carbohydrates. But if you want to get really technical about it and look at the food labels and get into it, you can look at the dietary fiber, subtract that number from the total carbohydrate, and then look at that number of total carbohydrate. Actually, can you hand me that? Let me see if it has any fiber.
You mean I got to do math while I eat?
Not if you don't want to. So if you are diabetic and you have gone to see a dietitian before, a lot of times they will give you like an exchange list, or you can Google diabetes exchange lists and it'll tell you how many is one choice.
Oh, that's cool.
They actually have a exchange list on Google.
Or you can live like a champion and risk death.
So this food label that I'm looking at is total carbs is 4 grams. Dietary fiber is 1 gram. So 4 minus 1 would be 3 grams of total carbohydrate. So you would have to have 5 servings in order for it to be one carb choice.
Oh, carb choice.
Yep.
That was the premier protein drinks that I am.
So technically,
having.
It's like a 1 to 4 ratio of fiber to carbs.
Not always. No. The dietary fiber fluctuates with different types of.
No, I meant for that.
Oh, for that. Yeah. For every 4 grams of carb, there's 1 gram of fiber.
Nice.
Yeah. So for like something like a vegetable, a lot of times the reason why you don't count that as carbs is because you've got 5 grams of carbs in a vegetable, but 3 grams of those are dietary fiber.
Well, and I love how you broke that down in the class to go back to a little while ago when you were talking about eating healthy is more than just chicken and rice and vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah. So just to go into that a little bit deeper is that some of you might have heard about like eating the rainbow. So what you want to do is there's these things
Skittles?
called.
That's what I was just thinking.
No. Phytochemicals in fruits and vegetables. So the different colors of fruits and vegetables actually have different properties of nutrients. All of them which you need. All of them have different vitamins and minerals. It's actually really cool. So in order for you to get all of the nutrients you need, you just need to eat a variety of colors, a variety of different types of things. So, and that's even the same for meats too. So red meat has more iron in the form that you can digest. And that's another reason to eat meat, because I think I told you this, Tony, when you sent me that. There's heme iron and non-heme iron. Your body needs the heme iron to connect to the hemoglobin to use in your body. Yeah.
Well, and you tested a little bit on that in the class too, because with the way I think it was going back to the enriched wheat bread, and stuff like that, because you're like, okay, so here's like the seed itself, and they go through and strip this away and strip that away, and then you're left with just this, which is in essence the complex carbohydrate, but then they add all this other crap back to it.
So what happens with grains is that you have a whole wheat and you have all 3 layers. You have a refined grain, and when they refine it and process it, they take off 2 layers, and that is simply to increase shelf life. They enrich grains, which means, okay, so when you take off 2 of those layers, they're taking off vitamins, fibers, minerals, all that kind of stuff. They add in a little bit back to add back your B vitamins and folate and some of the necessary things, but whole grain is still better. They're adding stuff back, but you're still going to get more from the whole grain.
My personal favorite was the fortified ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you still offer that label reading class?
So I
or-
have the
What if
I'm
somebody can't read?
Then you're
Well,
not taking
there's
the
a
class,
good-
Joey.
So the class that I do offer is I have all of those lectures recorded and it's in an online format. So although I don't do those classes in person, I do have an online format and it is self-paced.
You think you're real smug. You got the answers to everything.
Today I do. Today I do.
Yes. She's ready for this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
so
quality
that's-
sound. She's not sick. I mean,
Yeah.
she's ready for you, Joey.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you're interested in that class as well, just go ahead and shoot me a message and I'll get you the link to that.
Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and put that up for anybody that's interested in that.
Fabulous.
And I had another question that he was asking about what options do you do if you bleed after taking insulin? I don't know if he's meaning like as far as what he's missing in the insulin or
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
sure on that one. He would have, like, I don't necessarily deal with insulin injections, so that'd be a question for his primary care physician.
that's
Yeah,
what I
you
figured.
freeloader.
He's trying.
You are charging him by the hour, right?
No, we're poor. We don't have money for that.
I didn't say you. I said him.
Oh yeah, he does what he wants. I guess.
Come on, if I had to pay for the class, so does he.
He said, "Okay, thanks." LOL.
So when are we
Good
going to take
questions.
our supermarket tour?
Yeah, she did ask me about that. So the supermarket tour thing, we wanted to film and have you and her go through so she can try to help you convert over.
Whoa, 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 whoa! You're
What?
forgetting the vanilla gorilla.
Oh, that's a surprise. So
It's a surprise. Is that what you said?
right. So anyway,
Can you just see him and Hannah? Do, 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 do.
so oh man. So anyway, you're supposed to get a hold of the grocery store and see if they can do that because we're going to film in there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
That
about
was
that.
on you.
My bad.
What the fuck?
So
can't work
as
under
soon as
these
we find that
conditions.
out and you
Yeah.
are available, we definitely want to
Yeah,
be
I
able
think
to
the
share
grocery
that.
store tour is definitely something that is.
Do you have a video grocery store tour?
No, I
Right.
don't.
Because that'd probably be a good way to promote.
Well, aren't we? Is that the whole idea that we
Yeah.
would do
Yeah.
a video?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're
Plus,
not
we
above
thought it was
shameless
comedy,
promotion.
you know,
I'm a
comedy
few beers in at this point, so
and no sprouts.
no.
Oh,
sprouts.
and another thing. So in the online class that I do touch a little bit on nutrition label reading. But if there is any interest out there for a full online course, like a full 6 hours of just specific on nutrition label reading, I'd be more than happy to make that course. I just need to know if there's interest. So if any of you listeners are interested in just specifically a good, break it up into 6 weeks, or even 3 hours of lectures, PowerPoints, that kind of stuff of just how to read food labels. And if you'd be interested in that, please let me know and I will create that for you guys. I just want to make sure there's interest before I spend a
Right.
week.
Now, is
Oh,
that
understand.
more in depth in the class that you taught, or
Yeah, it would be so the class that you took where it was 6 weeks and it was 6 half-hour 45-minute sessions, this would be 6 half-hour or 45-minute sessions on just nutrition labels, so
wow.
going over each specific portion of the food label. So one section would be on the label part where we talked about the reduced, the low, high, what all those words mean. Another section would be on looking at the serving size and then carbohydrates, the fiber, and all that kind of stuff. So it'd break it down really in depth.
Nice. Now, does that also, when you were talking about eating the rainbow, so to speak, and not skills either, does that also include vitamins and nutrients and all that other stuff that goes along with it? All I can think of is what's it called? Damn it, silver.
Mhm.
Like the guy that was blue because he took a bunch of silver.
I know what you're talking
Are you
about.
reading fucking a comic book or something? What are you-
Well, I mean, like silver
No, it's
isn't
true.
a vitamin or necessary mineral nutrient.
Right.
So, just real quick, speaking about turning colors, I'm doing a diet challenge that I'm required to eat a shit ton of vegetables, or that's what I end up doing. And I have had 2 people in the past week mention something about my skin tone and me looking tan or orange, and it's just a matter of time. I knew it was going to happen because I eat
Just
like
tell them it's
3
jaundice.
I eat 3 pounds of carrots a week.
Holy shit! Really?
And that's a thing. Like if you eat too many carrots, like the vitamin A builds up and you turn orange. Like,
Pretty sure there was a.
dude,
Wow.
like my hands.
Is that
are,
a bad thing though?
It's probably not good. It means I've got extra vitamin A, but
I mean, if you look orange. I mean,
it's just carrots.
Yeah.
There is another question in the chat. How about date life expectancy? Oh my gosh, I can't even. On canned food reading, date codes.
I mean, shelf life on canned food.
I'm just
dates?
reading what it says.
Okay.
Life expectancy. There we go. Got it. Nailed it.
So just as far as like the shelf life, like reading them,
Yeah.
I mean, like normally canned foods last a pretty long time. Usually,
Like
I mean-
spam 100 years or something. Disgusting.
No,
I mean,
that's Twinkie.
if your
there is
food
no
lasts
shelf life.
100 years, it's probably not very good for you. I would imagine.
Oh, no.
Well, there has to be a ridiculous amount of salt content to preserve.
yes, I was just gonna say canned foods are something that you probably want to stay away from if there's any issue. Yeah, canned foods, high amounts of sodium. Here's just a little tidbit. If you're buying canned fruit or canned vegetables, if you can go the frozen route, those are pretty cheap as well. As long as the only ingredients are the fruits and vegetables themselves, they are as healthy or healthier than the fresh. So yeah,
Nice.
So now, how does that work with like MREs?
that's dehydration.
So
So
all you do is add water, and it's like, oh hey, look, I got a tomato.
yeah, it's like all about the packaging and how they process it. And I'm not sure what preservatives they use, but it's probably not whole food.
Well, that would be interesting to do, something on that too. Of like those people that like to take those survivor classes and stuff. Of, hey, you're eating, MRE that you got from the United States military. Let's find out the health.
I think
facts of this.
there's a good saying for this, and it's the only person that is impressed by the term military grade has never served in the military.
That's why I said it facetiously.
Facetiously. Now you
Shut
sound
up.
like me.
Heather's rubbing
Yes.
off on me over here.
Never.
Facetiously.
Yeah, I was just looking to see what the most top 19 foods that last forever.
Twinkies are number one. They have no shelf life.
Salt Rock. Just saying that's
Why
one
would
of
you-
them.
Why would you eat Salt Rock?
No, this is not even. Oh, I see. It's a gallery thing. Sorry. I'm going to look through it. If you have questions, I'm sorry.
So is that the stuff that you would steer clear of? Is stuff that has a long shelf life?
Yeah. Like honestly, I don't shop in the aisles almost never. I mean, there's a few things that I get, but I spend 75% of my time in the produce section of the store.
I love rice a lot, so
What about like taco seasoning? Like when you go to buy the
I don't use, sometimes I'll use the taco seasoning packets, but a lot of times I just use paprika, cumin, onion powder, and garlic powder, and I
turmeric?
crushed red
Turmeric.
pepper.
cayenne pepper. If you're going to get the seasoning packets, look for the lowest sodium possible. You have to read food labels. Like as much as it is, like I remember blatantly like this old lady walking by me this one time in the store, and I was reading a food label on a granola bar, and she says, "Oh, you don't need to worry about that." I was like, to hell I don't. But yeah, you have to read the food labels, because even the ones so you have like your different seasoning packets that say lower sodium, 30% sodium, whatever. the way that labeling works, it's okay, it's 30% lower than the original product, but was this original product more than this product? So you really have to look at the food labels and see how much sodium is in it. Pick the one with the lowest sodium.
Yeah.
If you don't make your own, pick the one with the lowest sodium.
I think that's the funny thing about the elderly is they think they have the answers to everything. And so,
No, that's just because they're closer to death. They don't care at that point.
I don't think.
Wow.
I think
That was dark. I mean, I guess, but
Well, it's true. I mean, come on. I'm
yeah. So
ancient.
I'm looking at this list here of those foods, and one is honey. And your next one is alcohol.
for
It's
what?
not really a food, but
'Cause the fermentation.
yeah,
For what was
to last forever.
Yeah,
I just,
honey doesn't really go bad. It just kind of crystallizes.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
I don't know. I've had
Salt.
I've had some pretty gnarly beers that have been sitting in the
Well,
back of my
yeah,
fridge
I think
for
it
a
was like
while.
more like whiskey that they were talking about,
Right.
but a rice.
Now, is there any
Uh,
nutritional value to honey?
I'm intrigued. by
Sugar.
this.
That's all it is.
Just refined sugar.
Really?
Doesn't
Um,
matter that it's a natural sugar, apparently.
Nope.
So
Nope.
I got yelled.
It's not.
I got
it's-
yelled at earlier for suggesting such heresies. So
How do Twinkies last up to 30 years?
Because they're Twinkies.
Oh my god.
processed to
fucking
shit.
gross.
That's true. That's a good point. What the? Oh, sugar.
I love it because they're processed.
Oh,
to
vanilla
shit.
extracts on there.
It's because they're gross and all awful things last forever.
Yes.
That's life.
Well, I mean,
So you're going to be
Have you
around
ever heard about,
forever.
like,
Life's a bitch, and then
how
you
many
die.
times have you, like, I've done this before back in the day. Dropped a McDonald's French fry and then clean out your car and don't know when the last time you had a McDonald's French fry was, and it still looks like a
Funny thing about that is I found one in my purse and I have no reason. I
They're-
have no idea
I
why.
guess their hamburgers are like the same way.
Mhm.
yeah, pretty
Like you
much.
can just leave it sitting out and it looks the same like 2 weeks later. I don't recommend eating it.
No.
That's scary that that's what we've come to know as a
Yeah.
healthy.
I don't
It's
think
very
anybody
scary.
I don't think anybody has any delusions of McDonald's being healthy.
Like, honestly, okay, so I'm not gonna lie. So I went, I've had a really long day. I'm not kidding. So I had to go up to Pigeon for school this morning. I work at the hospital up there, and after that, I went straight to the gym for a little while, and then between the gym and coming here, I stopped at McDonald's to grab a water, a little bit of coffee, and just sit and like work on some homework for a little bit. And just like sitting there and like I had my seat, I had a bird's eye view of like the people coming through the line, and the people that come in and sit down at McDonald's to have a meal like it's a sit down restaurant. It blows my mind. Like,
Right.
if you're gonna come in and sit down at McDonald's, you have time to go home and like make a burger or make some spaghetti.
Exactly. It's like if you eat if you're eating McDonald's, it should be because you have no time for anything
Yeah.
else and you're just like fuck it. Like that's what it is. They're not fast food restaurants, they're fuck it restaurants.
Like,
Pretty much.
So I always like hear the issue, like people say, well, I can't eat healthy because it's expensive and everything else. And I posted a picture of probably 2 months ago of my counter covered in fruits and vegetables.
I
and
remember seeing
and it was
that.
all
Yeah.
under $20.
Yeah.
Like, when I go grocery shopping, I mean, a majority of the money that I spend on food is in my protein bars because they're a little bit more expensive, and the meat. Other than that, it's all produce, and I can get, I mean, like I said, I'm eating 3 pounds of carrots a week. I'm getting 4 things of broccoli, a thing of cauliflower, 2 things of stuff. Like, I'm getting a shit ton of fruits and
From-
vegetables, and it's, I mean, under $50.
Where do you go to get your produce at? Because I know, I hate to bash Walmart, but I'm going to.
No.
Theirs doesn't last long.
No,
At
I
all.
don't go to Walmart. I like to shop at either Meijer or Kroger.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't. The one thing that I do take time to do every week, and I've done this in the past couple weeks, is I have M-Perks. I do the online Kroger coupons. I literally, you can go on to Meijer and Kroger, and if you select a store that has like the curbside, you can create a cart in on their website. You don't have to you don't have to be a store that you're actually going to go to, but it just gives you an idea, because if you do the curbside stuff, it gives you prices.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
I go on Kroger and I go on Meijer and I figure out what exactly I'm going to get, or a pretty close idea of what I want to get, and I compare prices. I go and I figure out what coupons each one has for what I want, and then I apply those and I compare prices before I go, and then when I am ready to do it, I print off the list, and that's what I base it on.
Wow.
Now,
That's
do
a
they
great
price match
idea.
at all?
What's that?
Do they price match at all?
I don't know. I haven't gone that far, but I find that Meijer is slightly cheaper, although I do like Kroger's coupons better, because Kroger gives you coupons on the organic foods,
Okay.
but they still end up being more expensive.
How do you think VG's produces?
It's okay.
I'm not.
It's okay. Like I
haven't been
live
there
in
for a while.
Mayville, so I go to Wingert's when I'm in a pinch. But so I've been doing a paleo diet challenge for the last 6 weeks. It's over Saturday. I'm gonna eat a donut, and I'm so excited. Let's just put that out there.
That's awesome.
So I've been doing this challenge, and so like I have to eat certain foods. Like I get a paleo pancake mix, so it's certain types of flours. And it's just some of that stuff that we don't have at the local store, so I have to go to a bigger store.
Right.
And I'd rather just do it. Well, I say I don't have time. I take the time to sit and like compare my foods and blah 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 in my Meijer versus Kroger cart. But I don't have time to go to like multiple places and do all this kind of stuff. So if I'm in a pinch during the middle of the week, like I'll run to Wingert's if I have to and like grab some stuff. But
We have an intern you can borrow.
oh, send him with my shopping list.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
That'd be perfect.
As a former Walmart produce employee, I can honestly say that it is some of the worst produce
Oh, it is.
of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that shit, it goes bad before we can
Well,
even
like
it goes bad before we can even get it on the shelf.
Yeah.
My boyfriend works in different stores. So he works for 7-Up, and he's, been in the back rooms of plenty of stores, and he sees how the things get treated. So he can basically tell me like, don't shop there. You're going to want to shop there. This is like good quality. And I've just noticed that like, even comparing Kroger and Meijer, if you go into Meijer and Lapeer or Birch Run, their produce section is huge.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is.
It's huge.
Yep.
They have so many different things. So
They have jackfruit in Meijer, which I love.
oh, do they really?
Yeah.
I tried some of it at one of the expos that I went to, and it was all right. Have you guys ever heard of Terra Root?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have. Yep.
You peel it, slice them up, bake them. They taste exactly like potato chips.
What?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yep.
We're gonna have to do that.
That's what I've been doing. So like I've been making sweet potato chips and Terra Root chips. There is a company called Terra. It's TERA or TERRA.
Yeah.
And they make the root tuber chips.
Nice.
And so but it's pretty simple. You can buy 4 of these Terra Roots for like $2, and you figure like 1 Terra Root per person for chips. And yeah.
Nice.
Cool. I have some more questions. Well, I guess kind of some statements here. Lisa said farmers markets are great too, which I agree. I cannot wait
Love
for ours
Eastern
to be.
Market.
And there's some really good ones in like Saginaw and Bay City too, isn't there? I believe.
Kind of.
I just get all my produce from Tony's garden.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. And also she says
organic.
if you guys make it to Lansing, check out Horrocks Market.
Also in East Lansing, and I think there's one in Rochester Hills too. Fresh Time. That's a really nice store. I've been in there a couple times. Kind of like a Trader Joe's kind of atmosphere, but very cool.
Nice.
I've never been to one of those, and I've been told that
Trader
I should.
Joe's is just cool.
Yeah, and that's like the thing. I wish we had like a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's. It's just like different types of foods that you aren't exposed to. And if I, had the time, I would love to like make those different types of things. But it's
too bad we couldn't get like you and Joey at Meijer or something, just to see Joey walking with the jackfruit in a 30 rack on the other end.
Have you ever had jackfruit, Joey?
I have not.
It is amazing. It tastes like bubble gum.
Well, she said it was
Really?
just all right. You're saying it's
I
amazing.
had it
So
in
now
the form of it was imitating pulled pork.
Also, I don't like the
Okay,
taste
I've
of
seen
bubble
that.
gum,
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah, Lisa
saw-
says fresh time is great. Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
bubblegum flavored things. I think it's gross.
That's un-American, Joey.
Not
You're
really. I
un-American.
mean,
Have you American today?
when you say it tastes like bubblegum, I think of those red and yellow and blue wrappered ones that lose flavor in like 2 seconds.
Was that the zebra stripe gum or whatever that
Oh,
was?
that too. That was
Oh my
It's like
god,
eating-
the tattoos that came
Yeah,
with that?
yeah.
I know.
The gum was
It's like
terrible,
you
though.
did the tattoos and then you ate the gum and the tattoo was gone.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how they get
Oh
you.
yeah. There's
Or
some
fruit by the foot. You chew it for like
Oh my
5
gosh.
seconds and it's gone.
Yeah.
I think about all of this stuff and I'm just like, some of that stuff they had when we were kids was just
Fruit
They
stripe
horrible.
still
gum. That's
have
what it
it.
was.
Well, yeah, that stuff, but yeah.
I saw
Some
somebody
horrible
post
stuff.
like the dinosaur egg oatmeal or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and they're like, oh, I miss this so much. I'm like, I fucking hated that shit. That was a punishment for me when I was a kid. My mom would buy that garbage and I'd be like, Mom, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Are you looking at the label now from your Altoids?
Yeah, it's my Altoid Smalls wintergreen. And it's funny how they have it because it looks like just an ingredients label. Here, hand it
Yeah,
over
if
to
it's
Hannah.
if it's a small food, small package, they can do the label differently.
Hmm. What were you?
0.5 calories per mint.
Give me that thing. I'm gonna eat all of them.
Sorbitol. That's
Oh,
bad.
never mind. She said it.
Sucralose. That's bad. Colors. That's bad.
Colors.
It's
Yeah, you know.
Titanium dioxide.
You heard it here.
blue,
Hannah
one
is a
light
racist.
That's not anywhere near what she meant.
This part of the podcast brought to you by Just
I
the
think it's
Amount of
time for me to
Racism.
leave. Actually, really.
It is 9:01. Yeah, you weren't wrong. So, unfortunately, we only have Hannah until now. So-
Thank God.
oh, whatever.
All right. So, I mean, I will share like those couple programs that I have with you guys. Definitely let me know. I'm always looking. My biggest thing is I want to educate the general population, and to do that, I need to know what you guys want to know. So, leave comments with, the podcast. Find me on Facebook and Instagram or online and contact me and let me know what you want to learn. And I'm more than happy to sit down with you one-on-one or create an online course.
Or just send her hate mail.
Or just send me hate mail.
I don't
Also,
recommend that.
I'm going to send these guys the link to my 4-week private Facebook group program that's called New Life Solution. Just a little heads up, it is a $75 for the base for 4 weeks, but it's essentially almost a $200 program. But if you sign up before February 26th, it's going to be 15% off. And then if you refer a friend or get referred by a friend, you get an extra $5 off, and I'll let you do that up to $10. So essentially, if you sign up before February 26th, then refer somebody or 2 people, you can end up getting this program for like $53.
They have the code. Don't make this weird.
Sure. Hey, if you get referred by this podcast, you're automatically getting another $5 off. How's about that?
Oh,
look
there
at
you go,
that.
guys.
So it pays to listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Sure
Hey.
does.
Yeah. So essentially, if you sign up before February 26th, your price is going to be $58.75.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, cool.
Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah,
Hannah.
absolutely.
So Hannah's got to leave us, but the show ain't over, folks.
That's
So,
right.
Stick around.
So
We're gonna
we'll
keep going.
we'll have the intern escort you out from the
All right.
vicious.
Thank
guard
you
dog
again
we
for coming
have.
on, Hannah. We always look forward to having you and hope that in the future you will come back again.
Or don't. It's whatever.
Don't listen to him. We don't even like him.
Thanks again for coming on, Hannah.
Yeah, no problem. You guys have a good night.
You too.
You too.
So Lisa had mentioned that she makes a smoothie that is with turmeric,
No one
root
cares.
pineapple, chia seeds, ginger, coconut water, and avocado for all the inflammation that she deals with.
All the inflammation.
Yeah.
I thought you said information for a second.
Inflammation.
All the information I deal with.
No, not you. Get out of here.
You get out
So,
of here.
guys, what are we
Cut the
gonna-
mic before Aaron gets to it.
Oh, it's already been muted.
Ha! Suck it.
So I guess you can enjoy the chair though and put the headphones on.
He's
But
in the comfy chair. That's his reward.
Hey, he's in your chair. Kick his ass.
in the guest
Fight
spot.
between the new guy and the intern.
the
The new guy.
new guy.
He has a name. I don't know
what
it
his
is,
name
but-
is.
Jay.
I suck at that.
Jay, I'm
What?
right.
Yeah, his name's Jay. You
I'm
dick.
right. You're wrong.
I thought it was like Bob Marley or something. I was digging on his haircut, man.
Wow.
It's hair envy. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I
That's
imagine.
true.
when
You
you're
guys
losing,
suck.
when you're losing the hair.
You're like Vin Diesel, but without any of the cool parts.
I am Groot.
You can sing better than him, though. I hear there was like a
God.
video of him singing, and it was just horrible.
Horrendous.
Tony can sing better than him. That's a problem.
That's a problem, or is that a feat, like a major?
That's setting the bar pretty low, Joey.
Oh, so
So I got another thing that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the infamous duo of Todd Rogers and Billy Mitchell.
Who the hell is that?
what's this for?
You haven't heard about this?
Hockey?
No, this is these two are some of the most renowned, infamous gamers of all time.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right.
So they are some record holders for retro games like Donkey Kong and other ones. I don't really.
Donkey Kong was my jam, dude.
But anyway, these two have recently been outed for cheating, and their records have been thrown out the door.
So these records are back open for contest.
Well, I mean, they're always open for contest.
So what was their records? Do you know?
I don't. I know Billy Mitchell's was like something ridiculous for Donkey Kong. I'm pretty sure a lot of the times their scores were like impossible to even reach in the
Right.
game. I know Todd Rogers had a game where he had a record that was actually impossible to get in the game, and it was proven because the developers of the game took away, like, basically created a program and ran it to see what the absolute best score you could get in the game was.
Right.
And his was like 5 points above the highest score you could get or something.
Good God.
So, yeah. Yeah. So that's been going on. And that kind of stuff I enjoy.
Wow.
When cheaters get outed is always a good time.
So I take it you've recently watched Pixels, right?
Pixels.
With Adam Sandler and Peter Dinklage.
Just
No.
recently? That's like old.
I know it's
I
a few years old,
I
but
have not watched that.
It's pretty interesting.
it's funny. Like
No.
Guess
Pac-Man actually
interesting.
eats
I don't
the.
I don't know if it's
I watched
interesting.
Wreck-It Ralph for the first time ever, like
Really?
a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, Wreck-It Ralph's great.
When like it came out, I was like kind of interested. I'm like, yeah, this, I like anything video game. related.
Wreck-It.
But I watched. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's all right. It was whatever.
King Candy.
My roommate does that. He'll be like, "Have some candy," and I can't even do it. But it's freaking creepy how close it is that he can talk like him. Freaks me out a little bit.
Peace out.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. These animated shows they got out.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, did
Was
you
it
watch
John
that?
C. Riley played the lead in that, didn't he?
Yeah, you did. What were you gonna say, Heather?
I was gonna ask him if he watched that stupid Emoji movie.
No.
Mm.
I
'Cause I know the kids were like all freaking out about it and wanted to
Yeah.
watch it.
You know, my favorite animated series has been in like the last year.
What's up?
Well, it's like 2 years now. F is for Family. It's on
I
Netflix.
started watching it,
Oh,
but it was
it's
so uncomfortable.
It's so good.
It was so uncomfortable. I couldn't
It's
even.
so
I was just like,
fucking
yeah.
good.
I
Yeah.
just finished
If you like Bill Burr, who's like he's like one of my favorite comedians of all time, then you'll like F is for Family.
I just finished The End of the Fucking World.
Didn't
You
like that
finished
show.
it?
Yeah. It was a
Didn't-
great show.
Didn't
I
care
loved
for
it.
it very much. It was okay.
I love the dark
But-
humor of it.
Yeah, it was just I don't know. It was interesting while I watched it, but when it was over, I kind of just felt like I wasted my time. I'm like, okay, oh,
But it was such a great climax at the end, though.
not really.
Yeah, it was.
It just felt like nothing really happened.
Well, I'm not going to ruin the end. So
Yeah, don't ruin the end.
I'll ruin it. So here's what happened.
Here's what happened on the next one. Is it only one season so far?
Yeah, that's
over.
all they did. It was, I think it was 8 or 9 episodes.
Oh, too many.
Too many.
Stranger Things is 8 per season.
Not enough.
Not
I
enough.
know.
Absolutely not
See?
enough.
So Becky messaged me because I've been telling her that she has to watch it, She sends me a picture of the TV with Stranger Things on it, and she says, "I blame you for me not getting anything done now."
It's so good.
It
Yes, it
is.
is.
And like I regret not watching it earlier.
Yeah.
Because I was one of those people where I saw like people were like going nuts over it, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, you were at me for like what, 6 months?
Yeah, about maybe more. Yeah.
It's like you have to watch this. I'm like, oh, I don't want to start another series.
Some shows are just like that's how I feel about Game of Thrones too, though. Is like I will push that show to the fucking moon because it's that good, and like I feel like you need to watch it. It's like if you haven't seen it, you should definitely start watching Game of Thrones because it's fucking phenomenal.
Well, see, at the time though, I was watching Preacher and then I was watching American Gods, and she's like, "Come on, just watch Stranger Things," and I'm like, "Oh!" And then I watched it, and I was instantaneously hooked.
Yeah, I love shows that make me drop all other shows that I'm watching.
Pretty much.
And just like it consumed my life.
Well, when I got to the end of it, I binge watched the whole entire first season the first night, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that's it? When did season 2 come out?"
I'm kind of because they put Jericho back on Netflix,
Really?
and I'm like kind of wanting to watch it again, even though I know the ending is terrible because there is none.
Well, I started watching the Punisher,
Great show.
and I'm episode 2 in. And oh man, that's what got me into comic books was Punisher.
We had a pretty cool conversation last night
Yeah.
about comics and stuff.
Adam talking about X-Men and all of the powers for Captain America and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
I throw things. Gambit. I think that's his favorite one.
Things.
I throw things.
I love Pete Holmes is fucking hilarious as Professor X.
Yeah.
Why don't you throw yourself out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does one for Street Fighter as well.
Oh, does he? I've never seen
Oh,
that
nice.
one.
It's really good. I've Colin and I think sat down and watched everything Pete Holmes ever did in like a night, and it was like the best night of my life.
I've seen that doctor one that he did too. It was so long ago though. It was funny. He's got some pretty good stuff.
He's got I like the Wolverine one.
Yeah,
like,
that one was pretty
He's
funny.
like, so it says here you're completely made of metal. Yes. You know the main dude that we fight can manipulate metal, right?
I have a
I
motorcycle.
have a motorcycle,
And what's it made out of? Metal. Exactly.
but I have a motorcycle. It just keeps on going. Yeah, those are pretty funny. Good stuff. Oh yeah, I was going to talk tonight about this hat that I've been wearing today. Becky makes them for $10, and I will post a picture of it later.
$10.
$10, and I'll post her link too. Her page is Ducky's Doodads, and
You did what in your
that's her page. She makes some really good hats and all kinds of different things, so you guys should check it out.
So is that her nickname, Ducky?
Ducky is her nickname, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep, that is her name, and that's the page.
So does
That's
that
the
mean
page.
you're Littlefoot?
Well, I mean,
Shout out Land Before Time.
I mean, I do wear size 6 in girls and 7 in boys, so I guess
And in children?
that's what I mean. Children's shoes. Yeah, boys and girls shoes. Like I said, we were talking about this the other day
Boys
too.
and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange?
That is kind of strange, especially when you are waiting to check into a room and you look over and a child is wearing the same shoes as you.
Yeah, that's when you just go, what's up?
So, I think he was like 5.
Yeah.
I was like, you should take those ones. Those are nicer.
Tiny feet, yeah. I totally was like enabling bad decisions.
You always are.
Hello,
Anytime.
I'm an enabler.
So moral of the story, you beat him up and took his shoes.
I did not take
She did.
anybody's
She
shoes.
Dude, she like throat punched him and ran away with his shoes. It was hardcore.
Nice.
She was totally savage about it.
I was not.
She's
I
like,
would
what's
not.
up?
I'm supportive of this decision in your
No.
life.
I do have some pretty cool ones on now, though. I've got my game over
Are
shoes.
those the other ones you stole?
Let's steal. These are given to me.
So one says game on the bottom, the other says over.
Yeah.
So like you kick one with the game foot,
Yeah.
like you kick a person with that foot, and then you jump up on your other foot and then kick him.
And then I do a superhero
So it's like
landing.
game over.
Yeah, it should be like
That's your finishing move.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
My finishing move is I probably just get drunk and throw up on you and then piss in your bed.
And then ask the question, what are you going to do? Stab me?
Yeah,
I am pretty convinced that is how it happened.
probably.
He's like, "What are you gonna do? Stab me?" And a matter of fact, I am. I'm pretty sure that's how you ended up in a cornfield with a knife in your shoulder, back, whatever.
Shoulder, not my back.
Okay, shoulder. You know who I haven't seen listening to us in a while?
Who?
Your grandma.
Yeah,
She usually messages.
I think she had enough.
I mean, I guess I understand.
I thought my mom said she was going to tune in tonight. I guess she just said fuck that. And,
I don't like
said
those
that,
guys.
So
I wouldn't take it personal. I'm pretty sure she's been saying that to you your whole life.
pretty much, yeah.
I don't blame her.
She's been quoted calling me a bitch note like a few different times.
A bitch?
Yeah.
What?
A bitch note?
No.
Oh.
Just a bitch.
I was like, what is a bitch note?
I was going to say.
That's that she's been.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
We're catching
so
up.
I'm like 5 beers in at this point.
Are you 5?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see 3.
1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4, 5.
okay, 5
How
beers
is it
in.
you got more?
Because I asked the intern.
No,
You have 1.
wait a minute. That's mine. Because I had
1,
2.
2. There's 2 right there. That's
They're
from me and
arguing over who had
Ian
more
brought
beers.
those.
Oh.
I see.
3, 4, 5.
Huh. Well, that was nice of him
Dos
to bring that.
cervezas, por favor.
There's no beer left. Sucker.
What was I saying?
Talking about your mom calling you a bitch note.
She just called me a bitch.
Oh, okay.
She does it all the time. Like, I'll be complaining about something. She'll be like, "Shut up, bitch." And I'm like, "Oh,
Well, try this one. I never realized why my nickname was LB growing up.
little bitch."
And then, finally my dad told me that it was a little bitch, and that's what he used to call me. Feel the love. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't
See,
call
I
me
was
that
told I
anymore.
was worthless and was never going to amount to anything. Yay!
Well, I'm gonna bring it down.
Well, I mean, come on.
You
Lisa
suck.
says, "You snooze, you lose, Tony."
Ha! See, I'm living up to my expectation.
Oh, if Jess was listening. The catfish cool.
Stay classy.
That is pretty creepy sounding. If
We
you
should
don't
totally
know.
get him on here because he actually goes on tour.
Yeah, he's gonna come here.
Yeah,
He's gonna come here and sit in our little studio
that's right.
in the recliner that tries to eject you.
I got another thing I want to talk about.
What's that?
So, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now.
Yeah,
A lot of people.
Tide Pods.
A lot of people with opinions. A lot of people stating those opinions. A lot of people stating them as fact
Oh,
when they
God.
are in fact not fact.
Is that
Right.
fake truth.
So I'm not going to get into the gun control thing because I don't want any part of that nonsense right now. But there's a flag in existence in the world. This flag is yellow. It has a snake on it, and it says, "Don't tread on me."
Nice.
Now, this flag is being called a symbol for white nationalism. It's being called a racist flag, when in fact, this flag represents the 369th Infantry Regiment of the United States Army.
Right.
This army, or this regiment, was nicknamed the Harlem Hellfighters.
Yep.
And it was a group of mostly African American and some Puerto Rican American
Spanish
soldiers
Harlem. Yep.
who fought fascism
Yep.
in World War II.
Yes, they did.
I just think that that's something people need to remember before they go and just spout nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you?
That's because people don't give a shit about history and what actually happened.
No, what they see is they see a group of people that they don't agree with toting around a flag
Right.
and saying that's racist when there's nothing racist about it,
Right.
you know?
My dad says, "Hey, you."
It's not.
So
Get out.
Listen, it's one thing to be against the fucking Confederate flag or the Nazi flag or whatever. I don't give a shit. but at least know the history behind something
Right.
before you go and spout utter nonsense.
People are so quick to do that, though.
That's
Like they see one person going one way, and they're automatically like, "Oh,
So,
sheeple.
that's how I feel."
but this is leading up to something bigger.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I have been on the warpath lately on Facebook, just stating facts about things in general, because that's how I like to, that's how pretty much I live my whole life, is by what I can prove factually with science or just,
Historical
yeah,
accuracy.
correct. So, so I've been on the warpath, just every little thing, basically.
Is this leading up to one of my posts that
No,
I've
no,
been
no,
sharing
no,
to
no,
piss
no,
people
no,
off?
no. It's so, but I have commented on some of your posts.
Yeah.
Like
Which I think is epic.
right. But I don't state any falsities.
No,
I
never.
state fact.
Right.
So so my grandmother, she posted a picture, and this picture said, "I bet none of you will share this picture because you're too embarrassed to share this photo of Jesus Christ and accept him into your life."
This is the one of
And it is a
Obi-Wan.
picture of Obi-Wan fucking Kenobi from Star Wars. And I'm like, Grandma. Or I didn't say anything. At that point, I was done with the internet for the day. I called my mom. I talked to my mom for a little bit, told her about it. My mom died. She had a fucking laughing fit. She laughed so hard she started coughing. My mom's a smoker too, so it might have something to do with
I
it.
actually shared that a few months back.
Right.
So,
But my grandma just completely, she thought it was Jesus. She's never seen a Star Wars movie in her life. So
why are you not educating her on this, Joey?
well, I commented on it in quotes, "May the force be with you." And then I quoted it as being something that Jesus Christ has said. So it said, "May
Wait
the
a
force be with you, Jesus Christ."
Did you put it in red lettering?
I did
That's
not.
the important part.
I didn't.
Oh God, what was said after that?
She soon found out that my cousin Scott ruined it because he's like, "Grandma, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars," and she's like,
He's the
"Oh, I didn't
worst.
know."
He's the worst. Ruining stuff like that. That's
But
great.
I posted that. May the force be with you, and my mom put, "and also with you," just to fuck me. It was even funnier. It was great.
Oh, that's great. That is hilarious.
My grandma, something else.
Yeah. I got
Oh.
my mom on the blinker fluid one, the one that has a blinker. Was it blinker fluid 6000?
Next time she goes to the store, tell her to get. Tell her you need a set of left-handed needle nose pliers.
and left-handed coffee cups.
Right.
Mhm.
Or adjustable needle nose ply.
He also got her
I got Adam
on.
on that one the other night.
You also got your mom on the whole Titanic still has water in the pool after all these years. She was like, "How did it? How?"
I like the
was
one. I like the
amazing.
one you posted where you posted. There are exactly enough bones in the human body to build a skeleton. The more you know.
The more you know. And then his post about here's a rock just to if somebody. If you
Oh my
guys
god,
argue.
that was epic. Like seriously, everybody came out of the just.
I just posted, "I'm tilted."
Colin posted, "I'm triggered."
Oh man.
Oh, Colin made me laugh earlier because you posted a thing. It's like there are three types of people in the world: those who think graffiti is art, those who think graffiti is vandalism, and those wondering how the fuck they get up there.
That was epic.
And it's a big bridge or whatever. And I'm like, and I posted like my theory, which is it's pretty accurate. I'm familiar with the graffiti world, and I have a few friends that are professional graffiti artists.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh well, they probably shimmied across, blah blah blah. Like, and then Colin comments, "Don't be stupid," and then just a picture of a jetpack. I'm like, God damn it!
Oh, he's hilarious. Next time he is here and he doesn't have a migraine or anything, he has to come on the show.
Yes.
Stop being a little bitch.
We
Come
need
on the
him to
show.
come on the show.
A bitch note.
Bitch, no.
He does not need to be a bitch note.
Colin, we're calling you out. Don't be a bitch note.
Be a bitch note. Get on the show.
I played some Monster Hunter with him the other night. That was fun.
Nice.
Monster
Yeah. How
Hunter
is your
World.
PlayStation, by the way?
It works.
Okay.
What happened to the
You have to tell her the story.
So
Him and Ian come pulling up in my driveway, and they get out.
So I had my PlayStation in my backpack, and I guess it wasn't zipped all the way.
Oh.
So I throw it, like I throw my backpack over my shoulder, and like it just gets exceptionally lighter out of nowhere, and I just hear wham, and I'm like, oh no! And I look down, and my PlayStation is just on the concrete. The faceplate is blasted off of it, and I'm just like, no!
I thought you'd be
Fuck!
like, baby, are you okay?
I was,
Whammy.
I was super worried, but I'm just like, you know what? Not gonna worry about it right now because I got too much shit going on in my life. So I just kind of stuffed it back in my backpack and
Just like
went
hung your
inside.
head.
But later on, I had Sean test it for me and it worked. So
That's
and
good.
it does work. I was playing last night for a little bit.
Nice.
But yeah,
Wow.
thankfully it still works. I don't need that kind of stress in my life.
You do not lose your game.
The game
system.
gods shined their
Yeah,
luck on you.
The gaming gods, they smiled upon me. Funny story about that. Family Video here in town used to have like one of the coolest employees of all time. I don't remember his name, but my cousin and I were probably like 13, 14 years old, and we went in and bought these games, and he was just like the funniest fucking dude ever. Like so cool. And we were leaving, and he just looked at us. He's like, "May the gaming god smile upon you." And then he bowed to us. And 13-year-old me didn't really know how to handle that, so I just bowed back and left. Like,
Oh, those situations when you just don't know what to do, just smile and nod.
yep.
That's pretty much it.
Smile and wave, boys.
Cute and cuddly. Yeah.
But yeah, everything works.
Good.
Good.
So you're going to be streaming soon, right?
Fuck you, yeah, bye. I stream when I want.
You have no idea how much I've been fiending to watch.
So first of all, I uninstalled Fallout, so I would have to install it
You
again.
suck, Joey.
And my internet connection is terrible, so
Don't be a bitch. No.
I might stream some Monster Hunter.
There
I
you
might
go.
switch over, do something new.
Do something different.
So are you doing it on Twitch or YouTube?
I probably do it on Twitch.
Speaking
Lame.
of the streaming live, your daughter was streaming. Can't even remember what the game is, but it was one of Adam's.
Sure.
Recorded it and put it on her page.
I've been
Fused
watching-
Facade.
Been
Nice.
watching a lot of Dustin streams.
Yeah.
They're fucking really entertaining.
He's
I
hilarious.
enjoy watching this stuff.
It's
Yeah.
nice to know
That's
that
the unknown artist on YouTube.
Who usually is on at the time that we are. So
Correct. So
jerk.
watch his stuff. Watch
after-
our show live, and then after that, go and watch it.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that I'm not the only funny one in my family.
I think Dustin would be the only funny one in your
Wow.
family.
Uncle Paul's
Really?
funny.
That's true. So that's two.
Wow.
Uncle Paul's pretty
Really?
funny.
No love? No love at all?
I mean, there is. I'd like to see. I still want to see, like, going to see Mitch Gill's Get a Room comedy. I was like, man, I really still want to try this, but I'm so afraid to get up there in
Who
front of
was the last
everybody.
guy that was
You know
on?
what? You just gotta go for it.
I
though.
know. I have no
'Cause
training though.
I would like to try it.
See, it would be
you
fun.
know?
Somebody grab the dog.
I can't remember. Hold on, let me pull it up. And wait, I
There
think
was
I got a flyer around here
Tam
still.
White and Bill something or other was the guy's last name. That was the last guy. He was freaking hilarious.
Tam White was hilarious too. They all were really good.
GHB, get Huxtable booty.
Let me see if I can pull this up really quick.
Where's that flyer at? Hey, intern, you're not doing anything. Find that flyer.
I don't know what I did with it myself. So. Oh man, I'm getting hiccups.
I was tossing shit everywhere.
Yeah, I can't find it. I tried.
Okay.
It should be online though.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. It was
Just go ahead and list
Bill
everybody. Yeah.
Bouchard,
That's who it was.
Bill Bouchard.
Tam White, Brooke Jefferson, Shane Dials, and Kyle
Forsyth.
Yeah, there you go.
Forsyth.
Those two were really funny too.
Yeah.
Shane and Kyle were.
Yeah, those were good. Very good. I'm looking forward to the next.
We ran into Sean from Solid State Radio too.
Yeah, him
That
and
was
Rachel.
awesome.
Yeah, you finally got to meet him for the first time, Tony. And then
Yeah.
we also had Jess join us.
Yeah.
But
Thank you
Rachel
again, Jeff.
yeah, Rachel and Sean sat next to me, and they're fun. They're a really cool group of people.
Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah, they seemed pretty interested in us cracking up all night and just talking smack to each other.
Yep. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was cool to see a lot of people from around here supporting, and
See, that's the funny part about it. I don't think people realize that, yes, this is a podcast, but it's not an act. We really do hate each other.
Speak for yourselves, jerks. Oh, I mean, I guess it kind of just depends. Like right now, I extra hate you because I can't eat stuff.
But that has nothing to do with it.
Speaking of that, I kind of want some more pizza.
Oh,
We still have pizza upstairs.
Hey, intern.
Wow, we're almost there. We're at 9:30, so you can mow
What?
on some pizza.
Cool. Want to play some Magic after this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Don't be a
guess.
bitch.
I can't help
note.
it.
Don't be a little bitch.
Bitch
Little
note.
punk ass bitch about it.
Don't talk to me like this.
Yeah, you're not pulling her hair. Come on.
Ugh.
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 No, you will not.
No, you will not. No, I will not.
Oh God, that was funny. But we're not going to go back to that again.
Alrighty.
Oh, all the stuff. We have so many adventures, I think, coming up this summer.
You still got no, we only got like 15 minutes.
Yeah, you're good. You can
Okay.
wait for the
I guess
pizza.
that's fine.
So
Hey, intern.
he answers, "What?
No.
No, you're not gonna."
So what else is new? What do we got going on? I want to talk some more about this fucking 80s party.
Yeah.
Super Laser Overdrive Volume 1.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's going to be great.
Fisher Hall,
Fisher motherfucking Hall, Frankenmuth, Michigan.
April 27th.
You know it. April 27th.
Best costume gets a prize.
Yes.
The relay, we're going to be raising money for the Relay for
we're gonna be
Life
doing a
Cancer
50
Society
We're
Team
going
Iron Man.
to be doing a 50-50 rally.
Rally?
Raffle.
raffle, actually.
You know what that
And-
means? That means not only are you donating money for charity, but you have a chance to win some money yourself.
Right.
How
Yeah.
cool is that? So even if you are a cold-hearted bastard who likes cancer, you can get some money out of it.
We did that when I worked at
Cancer sucks.
when I worked at Walmart. They did a competition between the cashiers to sell like the little Cancer Society things and then put your name on it, and it was $1 a piece.
Yeah.
So we did the competition, and I made sure that I raised enough money, and when I got the money, I put it all towards Cancer Society.
Nice.
So, because I knew if anybody else had gotten it, they were going to keep the money, and so I kept selling them like crazy because I wanted the money to actually all go to it. So, but yeah, we're gonna have that. I think we're gonna do the karaoke contest.
Absolutely.
We will be pumping out the 80s jams.
Yeah.
We got a
So
list
if you,
going
if
on.
you request to sing a not 80s song, I'm going to kick you directly in the teeth.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's got to be an 80s song.
Yeah.
Some Hungry Like the Wolf, Love is
The-
a Battlefield.
The me kicking you in the teeth absolutely will happen, though.
Yeah, he's feeling froggy lately. So there's gonna be cool decorations, merchandise. Speaking of merchandise, hopefully these shirts will be ready by then. But we've got a new design.
We got some good stuff.
Got the
We
good
got some
stuff.
goodies. It's gonna be good. we got a new design courtesy of Colin Greer, the one and only Ziggith Laserstorm.
Yeah.
Did you say Ziggith Laser
Yeah,
Storm?
that's
That's awesome.
that is awesome. He did an epic design for us. Can we share that design?
I'm gonna say no. It's
No.
gonna be a surprise because I
All
want
right.
to get these T-shirts printed.
Okay.
other-
Yeah,
some
makes
other
sense.
goodies.
I get it. So if you guys are interested, we still have some of the original Strange Friends Media Special Edition, first edition
First edition.
shirts, medium and small, are left.
That's all we have.
That's all we have left, and we have buttons.
So, should we do a giveaway of some of those shirts?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't see why not. We should give some shirts away. They're cool. They got Jack on it.
They're cool. They're hip.
Hip.
Tuck.
Yeah. So
So let's do this. If you want a Strange Friends Media shirt, why don't you just message us saying what you like about the show and what you would like to see from us, and say, hey, I want a shirt, bitches.
I want a shirt, bitches.
Say exactly.
Just don't say that to me. Just say
Bitch
it to
note.
Joey.
So message the Don't Make This Weird podcast page.
Yep.
Saying I want a shirt, bitches, and say
That's
what
the code.
and say what you like about the show.
That's the
We
code.
also are going to be looking for our Strange Friends Media. We're going to be looking for people to do like the street team kind of thing.
Yep.
Where we get people to help with promotion and whatnot, and there will be different things that you're able to get by helping us out. So
Don't worry, we'll treat you better than our intern.
we treat him good.
That's probably true.
That's my godchild, you
I mean,
guys.
you know,
I won't personally.
I
Don't talk to me.
Oh, also,
Right.
we do have what now for not just Don't Make This Weird, but we also have an Instagram and Twitter. I
that's
believe.
courtesy of the wonderful Lisa.
Lisa.
She's been straight up pimping us out.
We'll put those links somewhere on the Facebook page.
And apparently, Stranger Things has liked one of our posts.
And we are being followed by the
Greta Van Fleet.
Greta Van Fleet.
Are we really?
We are.
Like the real page?
Yes.
Yeah.
Strange Friends Media and Don't Make This Weird.
No, he means the real like Greta Van Fleet
yes,
page.
the real Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
Here's hoping they don't go back and listen to the other podcasts.
Yeah,
where we're constantly obsessing over them.
Here's hoping they don't listen at all, so they keep following us.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean that's pretty cool. We've got all kinds of stuff
But
going on there.
If they are listening, if you guys want to come on the show, you should definitely fucking come on the show. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a good time.
Heck yeah, we get to work with their mom again. She's awesome.
She is awesome.
Yeah.
Good lady.
Very cool lady. Apparently, from what I'm understanding, they had a benefit show to raise money for the floor at Fisher Hall.
Correct. I had an opportunity to go to that show, but I didn't have the money to do it. So.
I also had the DL on that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely if you get a chance.
Who did go to that though?
Dr. E. He goes to all the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He's a little
like-
fangirl.
Fangirl.
He
He's hung out
will
with
straight
them,
up
though.
admit it though. Yeah, he showed up at our hotel room at like what?
That's great. How did we get them following us on there?
Talk to Lisa.
Lisa's just been
She's-
tagging. She tags like I don't even remember what else she tags on there, but she's really getting people noticing us, and so she's been doing a great job.
Awesome stuff. But yeah, Super Laser Overdrive Volume 1. That's right. It's just Volume 1. Volume 2 will come out next year. We're going to try to do this as much as we can, as many years in a row as we can do it, because it will be fun.
Yeah.
And I think people love the 80s.
A lot of people love the 80s. They've been excited hearing about the show, and it's going to be an all ages
You know
show
why they love the 80s?
because it was the shit.
Because you don't just turn off the 80s.
You can't not with all that
It's
Aquanet.
2018 and I'm still rocking the 80s.
So yeah, so if you guys get a chance, we will have the event hopefully posted shortly,
Hopefully within the next couple days.
and also
That's-
tickets should be.
That's if Joey's not a lazy shit.
Joey won't be a lazy shit because he loves the cause,
And Joey loves the 80s.
and he does.
I
love
do love the
80s.
80s.
Poison.
I
Yeah.
do love Poison.
See,
Bon Jovi.
Eh,
so you got to do it for Poison.
Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses.
no.
Oh, my dad said asking.
Motley Crue.
So
It's a new game that we're playing.
I'm going to the chat here for a minute. My father says, "Is next week a pole dancer on the show?" Lisa says, "I think we need a pole first."
I'm game.
I've got a mic stand. I mean, does that help? Or-
We should get a pole dancer on the podcast.
Pole
That'd be
dance.
Do
interesting.
you have any idea how physical fit they actually are to do that?
I know a couple.
It's insane.
Kimmy, she's back around this area, by the way.
What?
Oh, Kimmy Sayers?
Yeah,
Yeah, she was actually my friend Chris's older sister.
No shit.
Yeah.
she's pretty. I think.
I
Ought to
thought
get her on the show.
I thought so when I was a teenage boy.
Yeah.
Did she help you through that difficult time in your youth, Joey?
No, that was I don't even know. I don't even know who I had a thing for when
Stacy's mom.
Stacy's mom. It was Stacy's mom.
Who was Jesse's girl, and her number was 8675309.
Yeah. I fucking hate Jesse's Girl. That song is terrible.
I actually really don't like Jesse's girl either.
Heather requested to put it on the 80s playlist, and I'm like, nope.
Did I? Oh no, I was reading
yeah.
off top.
You're
100.
like Jesse's Girl. You read Jesse's Girl. I'm like, not a fucking chance. Not a single fucking chance. Our intern has left.
Our intern has left the building. His ride is here.
What the balls?
I think he left his guitar though. Was
Yeah.
he supposed to?
I have no idea.
Huh.
Well,
Interesting.
mine now. So
Oh,
I
wait
think
a
you're gonna have
minute.
to fight Ian for it.
So, what now?
What?
Your mic and stand has to be held up. Oh, by Heather's mic stand and probably not safe. So yours doesn't work. Actually, it's holding its own tonight.
Yeah, I gave it a
I'm
shot
impressed.
of Cialis.
Oh my god.
well, there it is.
And I'm not impressed anymore. And there is the
Anyway,
weirdness.
with that being said, folks, we're winding down. We've been wined and dined by Hannah Boyl. Taught us how to read some food labels again because we just don't really seem to get it. We're not bright enough. I can't even read.
Speak for yourself. I'm pretty bright.
There he is. He grabbed his guitar.
He's got his guitar. All right.
But thank you again to Hannah Boyl from Abs So Fruitly. Thank you to all our sponsors. You know who you are. Read it off again, Heather.
Oh, well, let me pull up that again.
Anyway, while she's pulling that up, I just wanted to thank you folks, you fine, lovely individuals, for listening. It's always a good time.
And the sponsors that we're thinking are Rebel Pictures in Lansing, Ruby's Paradise in Lansing, Michigan, or on Michigan Avenue. Put a Smile in It Photography is in Jackson on Lansing Street, and Potter's
Apothecary.
Thank you.
Apothecary.
And they are all around at the different Renaissance festivals, and especially the Mid-Michigan Renaissance Festival.
And we also want to thank the one and only Uncle Paul for his support, as always.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Good guy.
And our
Absolutely.
past sponsor, Jeremy,
For sure.
And Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth Bakery.
Sweet Tooth Bakery.
Speaking of that, I am going to talk to them to try to get them to set up a cupcake booth for the 80s party.
That'd be great.
So,
But thank you all, you lovely bastards, for listening. It's great. You know, don't forget to do all of that awesome social media stuff. You know, the liking, the sharing, the subscribing, the commenting. I know it's a lot, but I believe in you. Click the little bell, get your notifications on. And most importantly, don't forget to tell your friends, tell your mom, and tell your grandma. Have a good night.